Well, I've been putting on classes on how to run for office, election integrity, and voter registration. So I used to just do voter registration, but I thought it's not good enough. We don't need to just vote. We need to inspire all of these people that share conservative values to run for city council, run for school board, run for mayor, state rep, state senate. If we take over locally, well, we can fight these mandates peacefully and democratically at the local level and make sure that whoever is at the top, we've got power at the bottom.
Right, and so you're in LA. What did you do over here in LA?
Well, we did a cleanup at the train tracks where, vandals have been ransacking and looting these containers. And then what they're doing is they're discarding all the debris all over the tracks. And, Union Pacific hasn't been cleaning them. The police certainly haven't been stopping the vandals. And the governor came to do a photo op. But I spoke to a business owner who said that, as soon as the governor came and cleaned up, when he left, the cleanup left with him. And I just thought, who else is going to fix this problem? So I organized volunteers. We had to do it underground, secretive, because I didn't want the governor or for somebody else to try to shut us down. And we literally went onto the tracks, started to clean them up ourselves.
Nice. And so did you see the photo of Governor Newsom and Eric Garcetti unmasked at SoFi Stadium?
I did. Well, and I think it exposes the hypocrisy. The hypocrisy of, think about for a second California, where in our country we have 500,000 homeless Americans, we have 50,000 homeless veterans, yet California, the border's open, they take care of illegal aliens first, and yet we're not taking care of our people. And I think the hypocrisy extends to the mandates. Here, they're going to lock us down. They're going to tell our kids they have to be masked. They're going to tell us we have to be masked and vaccinated. Yet they aren't following the same mandates and rules that they want to apply to us, I guess the little people, the peons, the peasants. And I just think that's hypocritical, and it shows that they actually don't really care about following the rules that they create.
Okay, and so you are an openly gay man. Have you felt more vitriol from the left than you have from the right?
Oh, they say terrible things to me. And by they, I mean the Democrats. I mean, when I don't make that my whole identity. I'm a conservative activist who happens to be gay. I'm not a gay conservative activist. I'm just a freedom lover who loves my country who happens to be gay. I want to make that very clear. It's a part of me, but it's not all of me. And I think that's what really separates the left from the right, because we don't identify based on color or what's in between your legs or what your sexuality is. We identify by your beliefs, your values, your principles. And I think that's really what separates the two. And what was the question again? I became Joe Biden. I'm so sorry. I'm forgetful.
Just vitriol from the left.
Oh, vitriol. And so, I came out after the Pulse nightclub terrorist attack. And just a reminder for some of you who may not have experienced that the way that we did on the East Coast. But there was a shooting at a gay club at Pulse nightclub in Orlando, Florida. And it was a moment that, the gay community, I think they really understood that we are under attack, that there are people who hate us simply because of who we are as people. And I'm a staunch supporter that gay people who carry guns don't get bashed. And I'm a staunch proponent of our right to keep and bear arms and to protect ourselves and our families and our livelihoods. And the day after the Pulse nightclub attack, I came out as gay. And it was the best day of my life, and it was the worst day because I had all these Christian, conservative women who were inboxing me and following me and just sharing stories with me about their families and their sons. And it was such an uplifting moment. And then it was such a juxtaposition because at that same, because I would love to, because at the same time, I had all these people who were giving me death threats, and they were Democrats, and they were telling me to kill myself. They were telling me that I was nothing. They were telling me that I'm a self-hating, homophobic person. And it just exposed the reality of the situation that the Democrats don't really care about us. They care about owning us. They care about owning the Hispanic community, the gay community, the Asian community, whatever community. If you're a minority, you either groupthink or they disown you. They excommunicate you.
Okay. Lastly, what does America First mean to you?
America First means truly putting America first. It means every politician and piece of legislation should have to undergo the test. Does this put the peace, prosperity, and well-being of the American people first? And so I get criticized. Scott, why are you doing a cleanup in California? They say, Scott, let these people suffer. They say, Scott, these people voted for this. That's not an America First attitude. And I want to push back against that resoundingly. If you are America First, that means that these people in California, because remember, not everybody voted for Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. Not everybody agrees with that agenda. There are people here that don't have the means to leave the state, that don't have the means to get out of California. And so if we're America First, that means that we're going to defend our brothers and sisters who share those America First values. And that's why I'm here in the state of California. It means taking care of Americans over illegal aliens. It means securing our border, not Ukraine's border. It means stop getting ourselves into endless wars where we are rebuilding the rest of the world. Why should we possibly be giving Putin flush with money with a pipeline while we don't even have our pipeline here in America? How is that possibly America First? And so it literally comes down to our people come first, and we are not going to apologize for putting the well-being of the U.S. citizens first. Thank you. Sorry, at one point I thought they said my name, they were talking to me.